Greetings, everyone. Welcome to NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AaronRiffNoDQ. The cat came over here and started purring, so she's going to make a special cameo. There she is. She's not very amused, though. She prefers to do things on her own channel. Check her out over at youtube.com/AaronRiff. Several cat videos on there. Actually, over 100. Whoa, she just took off. She really doesn't want to be on a wrestling video. She is not a big wrestling fan at all. What an opening for NoDQ video. She just completely sped off into the night. Anyways, let's talk about Smackdown Live. Very average show. Not much to it. A lot of filler. I really don't feel that excited for the Backlash pay-per-view, which is this Sunday. But I will talk more about Backlash in detail when I give my predictions along with the NoDQ panel for Backlash. Stay tuned for that video. Cindy says better than Raw, though. SmackDown is almost always better than Raw just because it's a 2-hour show. Raw is 3 hours. It's more to sit through. Let's start off with The Miz. The Miz kicked off SmackDown. I'm not sure what he was wearing. He had a headband with his eyes on it. It was actually a little bit creepy. A very wacky outfit. Resembled the Karate Kid a little bit. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, typical Miz, always wearing outlandish outfits. And that's what you got to do in wrestling. It's all about standing out and having a unique look. And The Miz has style. I give the man credit. It is a good heel outfit that he tends to wear on WWE television. Sometimes he just wears a nice suit, but this time he chose to have a very wacky look. So it was Miz TV, and Miz, just like in 2009 when Jeremy Piven banned Miz from the Summerfest, The Miz has banned Daniel Bryan from Miz TV. We'll have to wait and see where this goes. I'm assuming sooner than later we will finally have Daniel Bryan and The Miz in a segment together, and that will be a very entertaining feud and storyline. We had The Miz bring out his special guest, Jeff Hardy, and this led to Randy Orton coming out. The Miz, of course, trying to stir the pot between these two, trying to get them against each other. WWE brought up how this is the first match, Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy at Backlash, the first match between them in 10 years. I believe that's true. I'm not Greg Cherry. I'm not the Wrestling Trivia Champion, so I'm not sure exactly the last match they had. Apparently, TJS got his job. He had a job interview and he got the job. So TJS, congratulations on behalf of the NoDQ Galaxy. You're an awesome guy and we're very happy to have you part of our team. Hopefully this means TJS will be, in fact, joining us in Chicago for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and NoDQ.com 20-year anniversary meetup. Ken terminated by Google. May I ask you something about Money in the Bank? Ask me in a little bit. I want to get through the SmackDown review first. Of course, I'll end up forgetting about it most likely. But just remind me in like 15 minutes. So we had Shelton Benjamin come out. And of course, typical WWE, the next segment, during a commercial break, it was turned into a tag team match, playa. I'm not a fan of these segments where it's the same guys involved in one segment and then the very next segment. It just makes the show drag. And the first 45 minutes of this show was Miz, Daniel Bryan, well, no Daniel Bryan, but the reference to Daniel Bryan, Miz, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Shelton Benjamin. They had a tag team match. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton won. Shelton got pinned, of course. And Randy Orton hit an RKO out of nowhere on Jeff Hardy, and that's the build-up. First Super Chat donation of the night by Tommy. We want Kyle. Hope you guys like the designs. He made a mock-up design for another Interstate Kyle t-shirt. So go over to Interstate Kyle's Twitter and you can check that out. Keith Johnson says the last Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton match was No Way Out 2008. So thank you for that trivia note. Maybe you can be the next guy to challenge Greg Cherry. Anything's possible. Hamp Connell with $2. I'm tired of the women main eventing a man's show. Whoa, controversial comment there by Hamp. I'm just reading it off. The views expressed by Mr. Hamp Connell do not reflect those of Aaron Rift and NoDQ.com. I will just say that. Kayfabe Candy Ass says, me and my 800 followers want a shirt. And now Interstate Kyle is referencing George Harrison and Here Comes the Sun. Asuka is a joke now, says TJS. Asuka actually won her match. So let's go ahead and talk about the main event, since I tend to go segment by segment, but since the topic of the main event has been brought up, we had a 6-women tag team match, another Teddy Long special. Gotta love the 6-women matches, right? We seem to get them every single week. Just in general, we get 6-person tag team matches, whether it's man or woman involved. We had Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch against the Iconics and the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. Asuka picked up the victory. I believe it was Peyton Royce that she submitted with the Asuka lock, and that was it. Carmella had a stare down with Charlotte, and that was the final build for Asuka versus, or excuse me, not Asuka, Carmella versus Charlotte at the Backlash pay-per-view this Sunday. We had Shinsuke Nakamura give yet another low blow to AJ Styles. The pain just continues for AJ. How many low blows until poor AJ can no longer reproduce? It's just like that old Tootsie Roll Pop commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Maybe this Sunday we will finally have AJ Styles wear a cup. We will see. Time will tell. But yeah, it was a Renee Young interview segment with AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe came out. And we got a little tease. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, which very well could be the next feud after AJ Styles and Nakamura is done. Samoa Joe, of course, cut another great promo. I enjoyed it. Samoa Joe did bring up Roman Reigns one more time. By the way, speaking of Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, I did tweet this out, so it is official this time. If Samoa Joe defeats Roman Reigns by pinfall or submission, one person that retweets the t-shirt Twitter post, tweet, whatever, I will give one random person that retweets it a free NoDQ.com t-shirt. And head over to NoDQ.com/shirts to check out the t-shirts. Any shirt of your choosing. One random person will win that shirt if Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles, or excuse me, not AJ Styles. I'm thinking ahead because I'm looking forward to that match more than Joe versus Reigns. But yeah, if Joe beats Reigns, pinfall or submission, one person gets a free t-shirt. But you have to retweet the tweet to have that opportunity. Hamp Connell says, Aaron, I have been banned from Twitter. I told you that. Well, you have to go ahead and find a way to unban yourself. Make a new account. Do whatever you have to do to get involved. Kurapika07 says, if Shinsuke isn't winning the title at Backlash, what is next for him? Money in the Bank? I mean, typical lazy WWE story writing. They can just throw 6 guys into the Money in the Bank match with no real storyline buildup. Just say they're all going for the title opportunity, the opportunity to get the Money in the Bank briefcase, which I expect will happen. I think AJ will retain the title, and Nakamura will go on to be a participant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's what I'm expecting at this point. Apparently, Buddy Murphy was the returning superstar on 205 Live, according to Mr. I can't even pronounce his name, FASIH123. He is saying it was Buddy Murphy that came back on 205 Live. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Again, people could be trolling me. It tends to happen a lot when I do NoDQ Live, so don't believe me when I say that. Go check for yourself. B. Mula says Nakamura should be known as Nutshot Nakamura. There you go. There's a new nickname for Nakamura. But I'm hoping on Sunday we'll see AJ finally wear a cup. Drake Maverick apparently announced Murphy being on Twitter as, or no, wait a minute. Buddy Murphy, yeah. Buddy Murphy returning to 205 Live. Kayfabe It says Nutcrackamura. I like it. Jesse with a $2 super chat donation. How do I submit questions for NoDQ trivia? Great question. Email me, nodqmisc@gmail.com to send in trivia questions. Martin S. with the $2.79 super chat donation. Chant to Cass. It's something in French, aka no F's given. So that's what they were chanting. There were a few chants on this show. By the way, WWE was in Montreal again for Smackdown Live, and they were chanting something in French, I think, a couple of times. I wasn't sure what, but yeah, great crowd tonight. I really did enjoy WWE's trip to Montreal. Montreal needs to have a pay-per-view because they were an awesome crowd. Like I said last night on NoDQ Live, there weren't any stupid chants. The crowd wasn't throwing beach balls around. They were just into the show and invested in the storylines and invested in the matches, which is cool. The fans were actually enhancing the show. Interstate Kyle with a $4.99 chat donation. Thank you, Kyle. The only reason Montreal was loud the last two nights because the Canadians are not in the playoffs and they have nothing to cheer for. Hashtag savage comment. So Kyle right now is going for the savage line of the night. Let me know in the chat room what you guys think. I think people seem to like Kyle's comment. Jordan says, ooh, burn. Tom says, ouch. Even Ken Terminated by Google says, good one, Kyle. There you go. So I guess Kyle has the savage line of the night. It only took him $5 to get it. Kayfabe Candy Ass says, you're not going to pop Aaron with a sports reference. Well, it's not about me. It's about the people. If the people think it's a savage line, I will go along with it, even if it's a sports-related comment. So we had Big Cass cut a promo. Another good promo, by the way. I'm enjoying Big Cass. I feel like he is motivated. He's on fire. His promo delivery is good. He seems very comfortable in the ring. I enjoyed it. Daniel Bryan was apparently not cleared to wrestle because of the chops and the fear that he would get an infection. That's the story. So Big Cass called out Daniel Bryan, but since Bryan wasn't there, a little person dressed up like Daniel Bryan came out, very similar to when The Rock brought out a little Booker T, or when DX brought out the little Bret Hart. We had Daniel Bryan come out, little Daniel Bryan come out, apparently a Montreal local Canadian. It was funny. The funny thing about this segment, in my opinion, were the kicks, the little kicks that the guy was throwing at Big Cass. I thought that was very funny. So entertaining segment. It's been a while since we've seen one of these types of segments. I'm okay if it's done every 5 to 10 years. If it was being done every year, it would become overkill. But in this case, it was fine. I liked the build-up. I was cool with it. I was entertained by it. I am starting to really like Big Cass. He is growing on me. He's like a very tall version of Edge. That's the feeling I get from him right now, which is a compliment. If he can be anything like Edge in the ring and on the mic, that's pretty good. So I think that's a compliment to compare Cass to a tall version of Edge. I don't mind his theme song. I think it's pretty good. I think it's definitely better than the previous one he had. Some of you feel it's blasphemy for me to compare Big Cass to Edge. They just look alike. He just looks like a taller version of Edge. Some of you are not convinced that Big Cass is going to be a big deal in WWE. Lord Dark Helmet says, stop insulting Edge. Offman Rules says, how did I miss Cass's theme song again? The Watcher says, even at 7 feet tall, he has some big shoes to fill. Ron W says his theme song stinks. So not everybody is sold on Big Cass, but I still think he's doing better than Bobby Lashley. I think we can at least agree on that. Maybe not, though. Who knows? So moving on here into the second hour of SmackDown, we had the New Day do a backstage segment, more of the lame pancakes crap. I'm so tired of the New Day. I'm so over it, the whole gimmick. We had the pancakes being thrown in the air by the Bar, which led to Xavier Woods versus Sheamus, which was a good match. I will say it was a good match. We had a surprise victory by Xavier Woods with the fruit roll-up, defeating Sheamus. So yeah, I guess we're going to see the New Day feuding with the Bar. No Bludgeon Brothers on this show. They're the tag team champions. And as of this video, no Bludgeon Brothers tag team title defense at Backlash, which is interesting. To my knowledge, this Backlash pay-per-view is actually only going to be 3 hours plus the kickoff, despite it now being a dual-branded pay-per-view. Grant says I'm just a grumpy old fart for not liking the New Day anymore. They're just, the gimmick is played out. The team is played out. The whole thing is played out. They're merely a low-card comedy act now. I'd rather they just split up and try to do something with the three of them as singles competitors. Maybe keep a tag team with Xavier and Kofi maybe, but Big E could have some potential if they did something serious with him, but him doing this with his pecs and rubbing oil on himself, fondling his man boobies, that was disturbing. I found that to be very disturbing. I'm not sure if I was entertained by that. Aaron Joel just left a $5 super chat donation. Aaron Rift is so salting with the New Day, it comes in pancakes flavor. Ouch! That might be the savage line of the night. You know, some people like to roast me in the chat room, and I'll give credit where credit is due. That is a quality savage comment right there. Oh, and let's talk about Rusev Day. We did have a backstage segment. Kayfabe Candy S says Lana was Cindy G and the crowd was the YouTube comment section. Good line, Kayfabe Candy S. By the way, Cindy might be calling in a few minutes here, so stay tuned. I know a lot of you in the chat room and a lot of you on NoDQ like Cindy. We're going to see if she can call in maybe about 5 minutes. And I believe she's going to be part of our predictions video as well. So you guys want Cindy? I will deliver and give you guys some Cindy here on the NoDQ channel with myself. And you'll have to find out. Virtue and a fourth person, probably TJS, but nothing is 100% confirmed until we actually record the video. Last week I made the mistake of saying Jeff Meacham's going to be on our video, and then he wasn't on the video. So nothing is 100% certain until we actually get everybody on Skype and record the video. But we'll see who ends up on the lineup for the predictions video. So stay tuned. But we'll see if we can get Cindy on later tonight. It looks like Rusev Day is done as far as Rusev and Aiden English goes. Lana apparently is going to be managing Rusev again. At least that's what was teased on SmackDown in the backstage segment. That makes me sad. I hope we see more Aiden English because I feel like he really helped get Rusev Day over. He was a big factor, I think, in that act getting so hot. It would really make me sad if Aiden English was no longer appearing on television. Speaking of backstage segments, we also had page with the other Absolution members, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and it looks like No More Absolution. Paige put the two of them in a match instead of handing them a title shot. The two of them will get an opportunity by facing each other on next week's show. So yeah, looks like No More Absolution. Paige will stay a babyface. R.I.P. Absolution. We hardly knew ye. So is there anything else that I'm missing from SmackDown? I feel like there's a segment I'm missing. Let me know, guys, if I'm missing anything. You know what? Cindy, if you're around, go ahead and send me the call on Skype, and we'll get you on and get your thoughts on SmackDown. And maybe I missed something that you can bring me up to speed on. Tommy still wants Kyle. Tommy doesn't want Cindy. He wants Kyle. To each his own. To each his own. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hear an echo.
Hello, Aaron?
Yes, I hear an echo. You better turn off the video.
Okay.
All right, that's better, I think.
I'm just watching it through my laptop, so I'm using my phone for the Skype call.
Not a problem. Oh, by the way, Hamp Connell sent in $2. Going to sleep now. Your ratings will now plummet. I don't think they're going to plummet now that you're on, Cindy. Can you hear me?
Oh, well, everybody has their own opinion, so
yeah,
I can hear you.
That is very true. So your thoughts on SmackDown overall? I still hear the echo, by the way.
Overall, it is a pretty decent show.
A little bit of technical difficulties here.
However, the build-up for Backlash seems to be lacking.
Yeah.
Because we just got off from the Greatest Royal Rumble. Overall, it seems to be very overwhelming.
Definitely, I completely agree with that. I'm at least looking forward to a break. I think after Backlash, there's a 5-week break until Money in the Bank. And like I said last week, I feel like everybody's skipping ahead and just the anticipation's already there for Money in the Bank because people are curious about who the briefcase holders are going to be this year. So why don't we talk about Money in the Bank real quick? Any early predictions? Who would you like to see win the ladder matches? I'm assuming it's going to be one men's match, one women's match. Who would be your early picks at this stage of the game?
Well, for the women's, I would have to say Becky Lynch to be the one that's going to win the Miss Money in the Bank briefcase, let alone the fact that she needs to have more of a momentum.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and as far as for the men goes, I honestly would like to see Samoa Joe to be the one that's going to win the briefcase.
I like Joe as a choice. I'm cool with Joe. I'm cool with Elias. I'm cool with Bobby Roode if they turn him heel. There's a lot of different options, but I just wanted to note I got a super chat from Ahmed, $2. John Cena stole my donuts. I eat him to death gig. Hamp Kano with a $2 super chat donation. I meant now that I'm leaving, nothing against Cindy. So he said he has nothing against you.
Okay.
So anything else you would like to say? Anything you would like to plug?
Well, real quick, I do have a feeling, and I'm going to save that for the upcoming prediction video. It's because of the whole situation with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. And there's like a reason why I'm picking Samoa Joe to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, because there may be going to be a possibility for a SummerSlam match. But again, I'll save that for the prediction video.
Sounds good. So you're definitely going to be on the predictions video. Can we confirm that?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else? Anything you would like to plug?
Well, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I have my YouTube channel strictly for independent wrestling at simply_C_OK, you guys.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you very much for calling in, Cindy, and I'll talk to you when we do the predictions video.
No problem. Night, guys.
All right. Take it easy. All right, that was Cindy, and you heard it. She will be part of our predictions video, so stay tuned. Let's see. Any other comments from you guys regarding SmackDown Live? Any other thoughts? Offman Rule is $5. I'm going to Backlash on Sunday. Any chance I can be the fourth person for the predictions video? I'm free Thursday night, FYI. We're going to be recording it way before Thursday night, but thank you for the offer, Offman Rules. Feel free to call in. Maybe we can have you call in on Skype after the show, because I would be really interested to get your thoughts there live, as far as what the reactions were, anything that people on television did not see. Just your live perspective would be very informative. So maybe we can get you on Sunday night or on Monday's NoDQ Live. Get your live thoughts, being there in person. Offman Rule says, sure, I'll call in on Sunday after the show. Sounds good. So yeah, definitely also send me some notes, email me, nodqmisc@gmail.com. And that goes for anybody out there. If you want to send in any live show recaps, any news tips, you can send it over to nodqmisc@gmail.com. Ahmed says, if I was to send $200, would you jump into a cold pool with Roman Reigns swim pants? I did not even know Roman Reigns swim pants existed. Tommy just sent a $2 super chat donation. Jexy's replacement, Cindy is much better. # savage comment. There you go. Ken Terminated by Google sent in a $5 super chat donation. If you think Elias wins Money in the Bank 2018, how can he play the guitar while holding the briefcase down the aisle? Ooh, that's a good point. But see, here's what I think they could do. And by the way, is this your Money in the Bank question? I know you asked me a Money in the Bank question. By the way, the cat is protesting this video. She doesn't like wrestling. She doesn't want me not paying attention to her. So she's turning her back to protest. But anyways, I think with Elias and Money in the Bank, you could just have him in the ring playing the guitar, and Money in the Bank will be on a little table right there. And they'll do the camera shot with Elias singing with the Money in the Bank briefcase there as the prop. So I don't see a problem with that. I'm sure he'll already be in the ring all set up with the briefcase there. It's not like he'll have to carry it. And then, of course, when he does a potential run-in, he'll just come out with the briefcase and not the guitar. Somebody, Ma Wrestling said, keep the contract inside the guitar. That would be interesting. That would be a change of pace if you had like the actual paper contract stuffed in the guitar. Although if he hits somebody with the guitar, that could potentially ruin the contract. So I don't know. Oh, wow. So apparently I was following this a little bit before I started doing the video here. Glenn Jacobs, the run for mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. That is a really close race. And when I checked it about 30 minutes ago, they were the top two guys, Jacobs and the other guy, they were like within 300 or 400 votes of each other. Ron W. is saying there's only a total of 17 votes now between them, and it's unlikely that the race will be called tonight. So we got some drama, just like a WWE match. It don't come easy, as Ringo Starr once said. And there you go, the little ding just was somebody. Wait a minute, that was a text message I got. Somebody saying Kane won. So I don't know what's going on here, but as soon as this wraps up, I'll try to keep you guys updated on NoDQ.com as to what's going on with Kane. Kayfabe Candy Ass calls him the Big Red Libertarian. Tommy wants to know if he won the Savage line of the night. I think I'm gonna have to give the line of the night to Kyle. I'll give it to Kyle this week for the sports reference. Yeah, why not? I'll give it to Kyle. Congratulations, Kyle. You win the Savage line of the night. The cat's still not impressed. She still has her back to the camera. Yes, I don't know what the deal is with Kane, but stay tuned to NoDQ.com. Blech. Wow. That's why I need more water breaks during this video. That's why you don't go for more than 15 minutes without a water break. I went like 30 minutes without one, and you got that, guys. Add that to the NoDQ.com live blooper reel. I'm sure somebody out there is compiling something, and all the profanity on top of that. Is this lotion? I got a blue one. Does this still look like a lotion bottle, guys? Come on now. But anyways, I will go ahead and wrap up this edition of NoDQ Live. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding the election. Will the Big Red Machine. See you guys next time for more.